Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks. Kind of a cool graphic, kind of easy to make, but every time you draw it, it's going to be different. So let's take a rectangle tool holding down the control button and hit P, Control D and make a duplicate while holding down the shift key, bring it in. Now, we're going to take a 2-point line, or I'm going to use 3-point curve line from there to there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make my box smaller because I'm going to enlarge my box here in a minute. So I'm going to hold down the shift key and bring it smaller. And you'll see why in just a minute. I'm going to go from that node to that node, and I'm going to try to make it like where this line sweeps. I'm going to Control D, alternate C, and have it rotate from the center and go 90 degrees. So that is my parameter that I have to draw in. And I'm just going to kind of try this. I'm going to Control D, alternate C, and just rotate it like 15 degrees. You can see it's not touching the box. Now we need an odd amount, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That, well, it could be 3 and 3. So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to take our square, holding down the shift key, and grow it till it's touching all those lines. Okay? You know what? I don't like that at all. I really want it on the corner of that line. That one right there. So I'm going to hold down the shift key. I don't know that it'll make any difference, but I'm going to bring it in till where it's right on that, about that corner. And that'll work. We can actually, here's a good little trick, make it like 14.5. Let's go 14.55. That's pretty perfect. Now I got one line that is not quite in it, but I can take that and just move it down. I don't have to cut these lines. I could, but I don't have to. I'm going to go ahead and group all this together, Control G. And I'm going to, I need to fill some of them in with black. So I'm going to take my nudge, with nothing selected, I'm going to take my nudge factor, set on like 15. And I'm going to go with black, Smart Fill. And I'm going to hit that, and I'm going to nudge it over, hit that, nudge over, hit that, nudge it over. Now I actually need a different colored box so I can see, because I'm going to fill the rest in with white. So I'm going to take this and just go like over here, make it a blue, object, order, back a page. And I'm going to do every other one in white. So I'm going to do that one, and that one. Now, I can move this out of the way. Well, you know what? I don't want to do that. I want to nudge it out of the way, because in case I need it. Now, I'm going to take my 3 white objects, and I'm going to group them together. I could combine them, but grouping is going to work. And that time I took and made the black go to the inside. Let's try going black with the interactive fill tool. Let's try going outwardly. And because it's a group, they'll all act the same. So I'm going to put a little black there. I don't want too much, but I'm going to go a little bit further. So it's almost a gray. You know what? Let's put another white somewhere in there. Bring this down. I just kind of want like a dirty white. Now I'm going to group this together, Control G, and I'm going to move it over. Now I'm going to take away my blue box, and I can Control G to group it, Control D to duplicate it, alternate C to have it rotate from the center of that page in the center of that square, and I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. Now, when I first did this, I thought, that's not a big deal. Well, let's group it together and make it 4 inches. Let's put it at the top. Let's change my nudge factor to 4 inches. And you could actually do like 3.99 because I do have some lines. Well, you can't really see them. So maybe not. Now here's the key though. If you just make a copy and move it over, big deal. They don't meet. So Control D and make a duplicate while holding on the control button and the two-sided arrow. Look at that. Now you can go hit the plus key and hit your arrow twice and then Control D. Control G to group it, Control D to duplicate it, and mirror this. And look at that. That's now these white boxes in the middle, we can, and I do have a line in this one particular, but we could do one of two things. Let's try it first and see. We could put a black outline. I don't really like it. So let's back up here. And mirroring it is a little bit different. I thought I had 2 copies. Because you really can't mirror it 4 inches or 3.99. So I'm going to Control D and mirror it. But then I'm going to take my nudge factor instead of like 0.01. And I'm just going to nudge that over. Look at that. The line disappeared. Now I can make this with my ratio unlock. I can make this 8 inches. My line won't be there, but I'll make it the big size. Control G to group it, Control D to duplicate it, and we're going to nudge it 3.99. Now I'm going to have to nudge it twice to get it there, but see, I have no line. I'm going to do one more. Now this one, it doesn't really look anything special. Well, that doesn't work. Let's try mirroring this. There we go. There we go, because now we got some things going on. Control G to group it. And we're going to mirror this by holding down the control button and mirror it down. I didn't make a duplicate. Control D, mirror it down. And if we have a little line, we're going to set our nudge factor back on 0.01 and just kind of nudge this up. The line goes away. That's just the line that the hairline took up. So now we're going to unlock our ratio and we're going to make this 8 inches. And we're going to make this 20 inches. It doesn't change our lines, but now we can change our nudge factor to 3.99, which is almost 4, which I can hit the plus key and arrow down twice. And that way we get that pattern. Now I can Control D again. We might have to, no, we don't. Now, to get this to look differently, let's, without even grouping it together, I'm going to hold down the Shift key. I'm going to double click on the rectangle tool, and that put a rectangle around it. I'm going to make my rectangle black. I'm going to go up to Object, Order, Back a Page. And now my white squares are black, and they kind of fit into the whole scenario. This one is totally different than the one I just did. If you look, we got this point going up, we got a point going down. And this one I didn't curve the lines as much. Pretty much the same thing, the points going down, points going up. It's a pretty easy graphic. You just have to play around with it a little bit. I don't know if I'm not going to call it an optical illusion, but you can see that, you know what the difference here is? I went light on the inside. This one I went dark on the inside. On the other one, this one I went dark on the outside. So just personal preference. Anyway, I hope that gave you an idea or two, and thank you for watching.